It's with us!
Hej, z tej strony Mruk, witam was w kolejnym odcinku z gry Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Jesteśmy aktualnie w Kruczej Przystani i tak sobie myślałem, że może zaczniemy przygodę w Irlandii. Jest tam fajna broń, która na pewno nam się przyda. A z tego, co tam się dowiedziałem, nie ma to wpływu na żadną fabułę, więc wyruszmy do Irlandii i sprawdźmy te DLC.
Who do you work for? Who's your lord?
Tym zajmiemy się później. Będziemy mieli już to odhaczone.
Things have not gone as planned.
No to zaczynajmy nową przygodę.
Perhaps you can aid me in locating Hytham.
What is your purpose with him?
I have brought a sampling of goods from Ireland. That is, if I can bring my ships to dock.
Azar! I see you've met Eivor Wolfkist.
Ah, so you are Eivor. In fact, I bring you a message from Ireland.
I know no one in Ireland.
The letter is from Dublin's king. Sadly, I seem to have misplaced it.
The King of Dublin. Why would such a one write to me?
He wishes to expand trade to England. The purpose of my bringing goods here.
Azar is from the east, but lives in Ireland now. But in matters of trade, Azar, your king should petition Randvi.
He claims to know Eivor. He asked me to accompany you on the trip there.
I know no king, and I'm certainly not about to journey to Ireland.
But first, Azar, you must build a trading post. In fact, where is your trade ship?
Ah, yes. An unfortunate incident, most concerning. Trading rivals have blocked the river and thus my goods.
A blocked river hurts all Ravensthorpe. Stay. I will put things right.
As you see, Eivor is a person of action. Find me later, when the river is safely clear.
Of course, my friend. I thank you, Eivor. I will find the king's letter in the meantime.
You keep insisting that I know an Irish king. It is a fantasy.
Use your tongue or I
What
will...
manner of king is it that sends me letters from Ireland?
To ciekawe. Gdzie my teraz musimy się udać? O kurde, aż tak daleko? No to tutaj użyjmy szybkiej podróży. Dawno tu nie byliśmy. Jeszcze przepłyniemy tutaj ten fragment i będziemy już na lądzie. Wezwiemy sobie wierzchowca. Już tylko 300 metrów i jesteśmy na miejscu. O, aha, jest dzikie zwierzę, nas tutaj próbowało zaatakować. Aha, to jest to. Wjeżdżamy na pełnej, nie?
Should not be seen in this area.
Die now!
A mogę cisnąć bronią. Nie trafiłem. Ale spoko opcja. Nie no, robi to robotę, nie? No nieźle. A tutaj co to jest? Aha, to jest już inny region, dobra. Czy my musimy coś tu rozwalić, czy nie? A tam coś jest. I musimy to spalić. Znowu narobiliśmy sobie problemów.
That burns!
Ale ten łuk jest do niczego. Po co tu, chłopie, wchodzisz? Widzę, że tu jest jakiś fajny wynalazek. Jestem jakiś przeciwnik, jest? A ciężko będzie go... Aha, mogę tak celować. Kurde, nie trafiam. Nie mogę trafić w gnojka. Tu jest spory opad. Kurde, jak troszeczkę... Zobaczcie, on sam ciągnie w dół. Dobra, nie będę na to tracił czasu. Tu jest coś cennego po tej stronie. Co jeszcze musimy zrobić? Chyba nie. Nie, no jest tu coś. Tu zaraz pewnie wybuchnie. No i co tu chcę od tego? No to mi tutaj pokazuje. Tu nic nie mogę zrobić. Okej, jesteśmy. Z powrotem okazało się, że muszę po prostu podpalić dachy tych budynków. Dobra, to teraz musimy się dostać na drugą stronę. Co wielkim problemem nie będzie. To zniszczyliśmy. Do widzenia, pani chyba. Tu przeciwnik zdjęty, kolejny na dole. O, trochę ich tu jest.
Don't fall into any traps!
Siewca niedoli. Są ci wyrośnięci. No dobra. Co my tu musimy zniszczyć? A ty skąd to się, ziomek, wziąłeś? To zniszczone, to pewnie to musimy podpalić. No, to już wszystko. Czyli wyczyszczone. No to skaczemy tutaj. No i jesteśmy już w krótszej przystani. No i musimy odszukać Azar. Legenda świętego Jerzego? Co tak ta gra klatkuje? Masakra. Jest Azar.
Azar, the river is clear, save for a few bodies and sticks. Your goods will get through.
Your reputation comes honestly then, though I am not sure about the name Wolfkist.
The scar on my neck.
Ah, my Viking name would then be Azar One Eye.
Thank you, Azar One Eye. My men will help construct your trade post.
Then I am twice indebted to you. If ever you change your mind about Ireland, I will be found in the trade post, once built. Oh, and I found your letter. Here.
Mamy list. No proszę, placówka sama się wybudowała. Z dworu szlachetnego króla Dublina. Witaj, kuzynie Eivorze. Mam nadzieję, że sprawiam ci miłą niespodziankę. Minęło wiele lat, od kiedy widzieliśmy się po raz ostatni. Doszły mnie słuchy, że teraz obaj jesteśmy po tej samej stronie Morza Północnego. Z pewnością masz ręce pełne roboty, ale może dasz się namówić na spotkanie. Tym bardziej, że mogłoby ono pomóc twoim wikingom w otwarciu nowych szlaków handlowych. Azar rozwija dublińskie rynki. Przybywaj, będę wyglądał cię z nadzieją. Twój kuzyn...
My cousin Barith is alive and king.
No to jak już rzekliśmy, płyniemy do tej Irlandii.
Eivor, are you prepared to go to Ireland?
Sir, you did not tell me the king was my cousin.
It was most amusing this way, was it not? A little mystery.
I prefer to know what is what. But it was a pleasant surprise.
He's eager to see you. Shall we set sail?
No jasne.
Yeah. I would like to see this land. And my cousin Barith.
Także płyniemy. Gniew druidów.
Ireland, a patchwork of petty kings jostling for hills and pastures and green, green glens. My adopted isle.
No to zaczynamy przygodę.
Sir, how is it that Barith, as Norse as ice, is king of Dublin?
Dublin is a Viking city, Eivor. But in fact, merchants and beggars come from all parts to parade in its muddy streets.
Odd to think of Barith as king of a city.
It perhaps sounds grander than it is. Ireland has many, many kings. They litter the countryside, and Barrett's throne is not secure. Flann Sinna calls the tune.
Who's he?
Soon to be crowned High King of all Ireland. Flann distrusts Vikings, though he needs them.
Barith will find a way. As a boy, he wasn't much of a fighter, but somehow always came out all right.
I'm sure what you say is true. Certainly he is loved by his people.
I odkryto nowe terytorium Dublin.
Your crew can find lodging here. Come, let us find Barith.
Eivor! Blood of my blood! Look at you! You have Aunt Rosta's cheekbones!
And you, the 7-year-old lives in you still.
It has been a long stretch since we pelted old Ganfrid with apple cores.
He never forgave us that.
And Sigurd in the clan? How goes with all?
There's much to tell you, Barith. But let me breathe your Irish air.
Thank you for keeping my ports from being set ablaze in my absence.
My ports? Yes, old man. I can rule my city even without you here. Eivor, you arrive in good time. I'm hosting a feast in honor of my son, Sigfrid. He is 17 today.
A 17-year-old son.
And rather a difficult boy at that. Come, there's much to show on the way to my castle.
A kingship, a son, and a castle. Truly, you have a fine life, Barith.
Castle? It is a wooden house. Finely crafted, to be sure, but in Shiraz, it would be home to a middling rug merchant.
Lead me to your rock merchant's wooden hovel, Barith.
Just look at her docks. Wee babe of a city, but the biggest port in all Ireland.
You cannot appreciate Irish air without enduring the stench of our docks.
It is upon the strength of this port I plan to secure my kingship.
Assar told me that your throne may not be entirely steady.
King Flann needs some persuading is all. Dublin's vast
to jest ten
trade
zamek.
will bring wealth to all Ireland. If Flann can be made to see that, my kingship and that of my children's children will be safe.
I cannot guarantee your throne, but a vast trading web is within my power.
No one else I'd trust my commerce to, old man.
You let him call you that?
I call him worse things.
My king! I still owe you a horn of ale.
A właśnie, spójrzmy sobie na mapkę. O, jeszcze jest... O kurde. No jest spora. No troszkę nam tu zejdzie.
Don't miss the banquet.
I'll be there shortly.
Spojrzeli sobie głęboko w oczy i ruszyli dalej. Każdy w swoją stronę.
Barad, my mighty king.
Aoife, this is my cousin, Eivor. Show him the bow I had you make for him.
This is for
Co
me?
tutaj?
The craftsmanship is beautiful.
Me best work. Give her a try. Hit the targets before the sand runs out. Think you can get them all?
Of course I
Co do
will.
jednego.
Stand ready to be astonished.
Aren't you the confident one? Sure, I'll be embarrassed for you if you shat on the eggs.
Watch my arrows fly.
I certainly will. Go!
No mam strzelać. Kiedy?
Damn good shot!
It's a very nice bow. Thank you, Barith.
Steps
Nie daliśmy
off the
rady.
boat after a long sea voyage and shoots like a master.
A nie, daliśmy chyba radę. Pełen zapas amunicji, dobrze. Nowy łuk zyskaliśmy, spoko. W prezencie.
Wait. Is that a house of God?
Aye, Christ's own church. Ireland is mostly Christian now, and so is Dublin. Many Norse chew the wafer.
You make a place for them.
Them? I myself have a place in Christ's house, as I do in the house of Thor. So long as a god has my back, he has my altar. I've built this city up from rubble. 20 years ago, us Vikings were beaten. The Irish took revenge and sacked Dublin.
Assar told me that it's a Viking city.
Norse founded it, and I nursed it back to health. When I became king, I was king of a mud pit.
No spore to jest, trzeba przyznać. A ta siedziba naszego kuzyna to bardzo podobna do naszej siedziby. I kruk tutaj.
There, up ahead, my home. My only regret is that my mother and my wife aren't here to greet you. They've gone on pilgrimage to the mountains just now. The waters there improve mother's health. I am left to discipline my wayward son,
And to host a banquet.
which should be already underway.
No ciekawe. No i 2 punkty umiejętności wpadły, fajnie, fajnie.
Barad, fodia!
Here we are. Please go enjoy yourself. I must have a word with my son. Come meet him before the night's out.
Gdzie mam podejść? Dołącz do uczty.
Cousin. Grand do, isn't it?
A,
Hi. Enjoying yourself?
It's great crack. It's a fine thing to celebrate future King Siegfried.
I'm curious. How do you feel Barith has done as king?
Oh, he's done a lovely job, he has. Likes to throw feasts. Invites us common folk. More host than king, perhaps, but he's a fine man, and the city has never been busier.
Can I ask, what is your life like in this city?
Well, there's a fair amount of work, isn't there? Hauling crates, shoveling muck. I'm a tanner myself. Long days stripping hides and dousing them in cow piss. You can probably smell the stench.
I can. Enjoy the feast, friend.
You as well.
bywaj.
What do you...
Siegfried! I expect my son to act like the future king, not roll in the muck.
So Flan will take you on as his farting court jester?
Think with your head and not your arse. Flan can assure my throne, which will one day be yours.
That makes you the ass.
Enough!
Uuu,
Eivor, my son, Siegfried. I'm sorry, I must clear my head. Could you speak to the boy?
I was looking forward to meeting my cousin's son.
So, you're the cousin who Da speaks so fondly of. Is the old fool reduced to importing Vikings now?
In Norway, you'd be knocked to the ground by now.
Come on then, if you've any guts worth respecting.
Fine, whelp.
You won't land a single punch.
co? Ma się z nim bić?
Þeir var að kalla árdegis í gær sá úlfarnir. Sig sveinum að gæta sig og finnir að vera saman.
I guess I owe you thanks for not beating me bloody.
I'm not here to quarrel with you, Siegfried.
Da speaks so highly of you. I wanted to see if you lived up to the stories.
Does anyone? You're unhappy with how your father rules.
Da has the makings of a fine king, but he chooses to play the unctuous merchant instead.
A visit to Norway might do a young Viking girl like you some good.
I'd love to go with Da. Maybe the homeland would kindle his warrior spirit. Give Dublin a fair and fearsome king.
I've lost track of your father. Any idea where he might be?
He wanted to clear his head. That means he's visiting grandfather's grave. Da has a chat with him almost every day.
Barith can commune with the dead?
No, his conversations are all one-sided. The grave sits at the top of the hill.
I'll find him. Thank you, Siegfried.
Eivor, teach me how to hit like that sometime.
Dostał po pysku i od razu inaczej się zachowuje, nie? Gdzie mamy tego barda znaleźć, czy jak mu tam?
Have a look, Sunan.
Dobra, jak go znajdę, to widzimy się po cięciu na miejscu. No, długo go nie musieliśmy szukać.
Why so uneasy?
A king must forever be on guard. When I'm upset or uncertain, I come here to seek my father's spirit.
I didn't even ask after him. Somehow I knew he'd...
Some years ago, he was destined to die in battle, and he did.
He sits with Odin now. My family owes yours a sullen debt.
That winter, your family came to stay with us. I remember your birth, screaming like a warrior.
The plague year. No one would take us in. No one but your mother and father. I owe your family my life.
And what a life we had. I have fond memories of you and I slipping out to hunt.
In dead of night. Stars in the sky, moonlight on snow.
No to sobie opowiadają.
And that's how I got that scar.
I do feel bad about that. What about the one on your cheek?
This? A caution from the gods about my vanity.
Come, if we tell all our stories, we'll be here a week.
Do you see something?
My imagination run amok, but let us away.
Co to takiego?
Over here, Eivor! Funny how just the slightest noise sets a fellow on edge.
Why Thor's hammer?
Gdzie to jest?
I could sleep a week.
Not as spry as the old days, eh? When we'd search the night in hopes of catching a will-o'-the-wisp.
Nic tu nie było.
I have a memory of catching one.
Boris Makivor, give yourself up. What? Back! Grab him! Bind his hands!
Who are these men?
Damn you bastards! Spare me! I'll take you!
Ho!
Who were they?
My ascension to the throne has not been without contest. The previous king's son, Thorstein, is... Over here! Eivor, let's continue. My ascension to the throne has not been without contest. The previous king's son, Thorstein, is resentful.
You told me nothing of this.
You are my guest. I am not going to burden you with petty concerns.
Petty concern. I now know why you've been anxious all evening.
Aye, 'tis worrying. He's never been so bold before.
He sees you as a usurper to his throne.
Perhaps, but he doesn't seem to want to take it. He contents himself by stealing and smuggling with his band of ruffians. It's petty Viking raiding, but it puts me in a bad light with Flann. That's certain. Keep a sharp watch. Brigands rove the streets tonight.
You can be sure of me, my king.
To niezły pałac.
What? You know I am always the last to leave a party. What is wrong?
We were ambushed by Thorstein's men. Rivals I was not made aware of.
Small wonder King Flann does not embrace you, Barrett. You cannot keep control of the Vikings in your own city.
Thorstein makes me look like more of an arse than I do on my own.
I see. It is the High King's disfavor that makes this shameful. My cousin, I will take care of Thorstein.
No, I do not want to drag you into this sorry mess. Perhaps you'll accept silver to lie low.
For a week or two. But then he'll be back, and back again. I can remove this blood, once and for all.
Eivor, this is not your fight.
For any and all of your god's sakes, Barrett, let Eivor help you.
As of this moment, Barrett, my arm is yours. Whatever is needed to bring Flann's smile upon you, I will do.
Eivor, I've never been so happy.
Your family saved mine those years ago. A fitting reply would be to secure your throne. I will start with Thorstein.
It happens that Siegfried may know something. He once ran with Thorstein's gang.
Sadly true. Seek him tomorrow in the marketplace. After a night of carousing, he likes to recuperate there.
We will begin to forge a bond with High King Flann on Rise of Sun. Bardet said Siegfried would be at the marketplace. I need to learn about Thorstein.
No dobra, był to pierwszy odcinek z DLC Irlandii. Właśnie zdobyliśmy rysia. Super. A na dalsze nasze przygody w Irlandii zapraszam Was w kolejnym odcinku. Do zobaczenia.